do you need to have a 90-degree angle? There's two things you need to have. I gave you the answer. What two things you need to have for a 90-degree angle, Star Crush?
It's 270 degrees.
I'm asking you again. What two things do you need to have for a 90-degree angle?
That's cool. I'm not going to argue.
No, you don't have to. This isn't an argument. This is just a clear fact.
I'm not going to argue with every geometry book in the world and say you're right. I'm not going to do that. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, then you're just going to stay wrong? Is that right?
No, I'm telling you that you're going to have to disagree with every single geometry book in the whole world and spiritual
I'm not disagreeing with every geometry book, sir. You are. This is where you get to understand how wrong you are. You've been wrong this whole time.
About that, they don't understand how you...
All right, so now I have to mute you because you don't understand anything about geometry. With the idea that a 90-degree angle can happen on a curved surface means that you don't understand what a 90-degree angle means. You have to have, now I'll say it slow, two straight lines in order to have, and they intersect at a point, in order to have a 90-degree angle. You cannot have one of those lines curving. Otherwise, you cannot have a 90-degree angle. So you, sir, are disagreeing with geometry. Not me. You, not me. 90-degree angle, two straight lines. I try to help you out. You being a shrimp boat captain should have already understood that. 90-degree angles needs two straight lines. You cannot have a 90-degree angle with a curved surface. Yeah?
Okay, yeah, well, a straight line is a straight line. I agree with that.
Okay, you agree with that. So we understand a simple fact that you cannot have a 90-degree angle on a curved surface. You need two straight lines.
Would you give me like 30 seconds?
Not really, because you're gonna tell me a story, and I don't need stories. I need an affirmation. I need an affirmation of what is true. And this is logically consistent, right? Logical consistency wins the day. If you say that a 90-degree angle can be had by a curved surface, you are just wrong, and that's misinformation. Now, I need you to state some facts here. Can you have a 90-degree angle on a curved surface, Star Crush?
Spherical geometry.
We're not talking about spherical geometry. What we are talking about is a 90-degree angle. 90-degree angle, because I usually help people that don't understand. They get lost in their own head, but I'm here as your guide. I will guide you back to the path of logic. The path of logic is guiding you right back to it, right? Can you have a 90-degree angle on a curved surface? Your answer, sir.
Alpha, I love you, man. I really do.
Well, that's, yeah. Well, yeah, that's all right. But I need the answer still. The audience is waiting. Can you have a 90-degree angle on a curved surface? Go ahead.
8.25 billion people say.
We don't need 8.25 billion people. I just need you to answer the question. Can you have a 90-degree angle on a curved surface?
We all say yes, and so do I.
No, you don't speak for humanity, sir. You speak for yourself.
I just did. We all there.
The humanity doesn't agree with you. 8.5 billion people. You don't speak for everyone in the world, dude.
And call me liar, 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 liar. It's a fact.
No, it's not. You're not a liar. You just don't understand what a 90-degree angle is. In your mind, you think it's whatever you make up in your own head. And that's not the defined way we understand 90-degree angles are. 90-degree angles are only understood by two straight intersecting lines. That's how you get a 90-degree angle, sir. You don't get it off a curved surface. Absolutely not.
Okay, so when you do
we can't proceed forward.
What shape do you get when you...
No, we cannot proceed forward. I need your concession to that point. Now, if you don't concede, we can't move forward. We need to hear you say it. Say it with your chest. Say it like you mean it.
So you're trying to tell me you can't go on a straight line on a sphere to begin?
That wasn't the conversation. You got lost again. Let me hold your hand and guide you back to the question. Once again, It's about having a 90-degree angle. That's what we're talking about. 90-degree angle. Can you have a curved surface and make a 90-degree angle? And if so, how is that possible? Because the way a 90-degree angle is defined is by two straight intersecting lines. Now then, 90-degree angle, can you have one on a curved surface?
Let me tell it to you and then say I'm wrong.
No.
Just cut me off.
I'll keep doing it because I'm here to expose people to this information. I'm not proving anything to you. I'm exposing you and everybody else to the correct information.
Well, the other flat Earth space said yes. So
I'm not worried about other flat Earth spaces, sir. This space is concerned with logically consistent points, whether or not you can have a 90-degree angle on a curved surface. Now, if you're not ready to concede, you can sit in the listening panel, just like everybody else listening to you. Probably is like, guys, can we get this guy to answer? Everybody's wondering if you are or not. I know you're a savant, but at some point, you're going to get it, whether you want to or not, in this panel. I don't care about other flat Earth groups. I care about this one. So, one last time in time, can you have a 90-degree angle on a curved surface? Star Crush. And if you say yes, then you need to show me how.
We already know I'm going to say yes, and you won't let me tell you how.
All right, go ahead and tell me how. Yeah, this is the last time, though. Go ahead and tell me how.
All right, well, are you going to give me like 60 seconds? How long do I actually get?
It just depends. It just depends. If your answer sounds really convoluted, I'm going to have to stop you.
Well, okay. Well, in spherical geometry, which I didn't invent, by the way.
And we're not talking about spherical geometry. Why do you go to spherical geometry? I told you I would only abruptly stop you if you didn't say it correctly. It's not spherical geometry that I'm concerned with. It's a 90-degree angle I'm concerned with. Can you have it on a curved surface? And that's the only explanation I need you to tell me if you say yes. 90-degree angle, can you have it on a curved surface? Yes or no?
You said you were going to give me a minute.
Nah, I didn't say that. I never agreed to that.
Listen, you know what? A basketball has a curved surface.
Yeah, well done. We're not talking about a basketball, Star Crush. We're talking about a 90-degree angle. That's what we're talking about. We have been for the past, let me look at the time. It's going on 10 minutes now. 10 minutes talking about this. And you still haven't answered. You have difficulty with understanding that we're talking about a 90-degree angle. We're not talking about spherical geometry. We're not talking about a basketball. We're not talking about, birds flying outside, the coffee you made today. We're not talking about any of those things. I only care about what's on the table right now, and that's the 90-degree angle that you think is possible with a curved surface. Got it?
Okay, so let's take a 90-degree angle, right?
Yeah.
We know what it is. Your V isn't a 90-degree angle, by the way. We know the 90-degree angle